we're both looking at the one spot of green on this top 40, and it's Aspen, down up 0.4%. And we know that Aspen actually benefits from a stronger local currency. Why is Aspen up today?
Yeah, look, I don't have a strong reason for you. It's probably just safe haven quality. It's defensive in nature. It's pharmaceutical. And that's probably the only reason I could give you right now.
Amplatz as well, one of the best performers on the top 40, which ended the day flat, slightly to the negative. Platinum, of course, is coming under significant pressure in today's session, but a weaker local currency overall assists the resource space.
I think risk aversion is the talk of the day, and that's what we expected in market. I think when we got up this morning, we knew what happened overnight in the US market following the Fed announcement of Operation Twist and the rhetoric that came out of the Fed. We knew we were going to open weaker, as well as what happened in Asian markets in the morning. And I think as the day wore out, we followed European markets weaker, and that's where we're ending. Broad sell-off, and I think across the board, there's just one or two stocks that's probably marginally weaker.
And of course, BHP also down 5.2%, Exara down 5%. When you see massive movements to the downside like this, does this offer value in your mind, or do you think it offers caution? Because we've actually seen this volatility, and then we retrace what we've lost, we bring it back, and then we go back to the levels that we were. Yeah,
I think what we would argue is that we know that markets are going to remain volatile for the rest of the year. The globe is has serious issues. But there are one or two companies that you could pick out that can offer you, some value. So we would look for companies that offer, to a certain degree, some earnings visibility, strong cash flow generation, progressive dividend policy. And if you can pick up those, shall we say, blue chip type companies, I think you can make some good money out of it.
It seems that there's now starting to see quite a strong rotation into the rand hedges, the stocks that actually benefit from a much weaker local currency. Are we going to see sustainable movements toward these stocks? And do you advise this at this stage?
Yeah, look, I think coming back to the rand, I think it blew out from 780 to 830 overnight. I think it's a massive move. I think the one thing we've got to bear in mind is that the interest rate differential is still intact. We had foreigners buying our bonds at, the 10-year bond at 7%. It's trading at about 8%. So it's still attractive to them. This rand weakness can be short term, and it can retrace. It has the potential to retrace. So, going into rand hedge simply because you believe that the rand is going to shoot out to 9 or 10 is not advisable. I think this volatility is going to remain, and people should be wary of that.
I know that one of your stock picks, the likes of Vodacom, it's actually down 4.5%, sitting at 87 Rand and 99 cents or so. Does that mean it's a buy for you at these levels?
Look, we've been punting Vodacom for some time now. I think the story on Vodacom is its strong cash generation. It's sitting on a dividend yield of about 5.5%. The dividend yield is better than what you're going to get in the bank, and the dividend yield is tax-free. We believe that there's still some growth to come out of Vodacom as people move away from voice into data. So that's the next win for the telecom companies. And we'd be recommending, as you see prices pull back, we'd be buyers of
And of course, MTN has also pulled back quite extensively, sitting at 133 Rand, down 4% today. So
and MTN's dividend yield is about 4.2%. Again, strong cash generation, a certain degree of earnings visibility, and again, an element of growth as people move into data. So similar type story as Vodacom. And as these markets pull back, we would recommend, picking up these stocks.
British American Tobacco, also, it actually has been a stock that people have been mentioning over the last couple of days. That and SAB Miller. Tobacco plays, it's deemed as defensive and also has the rand.
Defensive in nature, the rand hedge quality comes through there. Also a very good dividend yield and exposure to emerging markets. So, whilst the developed markets have their issues, I think we believe that emerging markets should continue to grow, and British American Tobacco should grow in that space as emerging markets grow.
Very quickly, Life Healthcare, we spoke of Aspen being perhaps a slightly more defensive stock. Life Healthcare is your play in the sector.
Look, also very defensive in nature, good dividend yield coming out of there, very little debt on balance sheet, and South African focus as opposed to the other two life healthcare companies.